Salutations, sports cards aficionados. Andy's back, another video. I know it's been a while. Hope everybody's been doing well. So today, I'm doing this video because something has happened that hasn't happened in a long, long time for me.
But now something is about to happen that has not happened for an age.
Something arrived in the mail today. It really hasn't actually been that long, but in this box is our 28 graded cards from SGC and one rejected card that was not graded. So yes, here it is coming at you, a 28 card SGC reveal, a good old-fashioned graded card return reveal. Hope everybody hangs in there watching me go through these cards. I do know the grades because I don't have the patience to wait for it to come in the box and do the whole blind reveal thing. I just don't have that kind of discipline. Anyway, got some pretty good cards in the box. Thanks for checking it out. Let me flip the camera around and get to it. Well, alrighty, folks. I'm all set up to start showing these cards. So I know there's been a lot of talk on YouTube. I've seen a lot of videos about folks discussing their perspectives on the death of SGC, on how it's not likely to be around much longer, and you know, that it's you know, basically being killed as a brand, and you know, the evidence is pretty clear. I don't think I can disagree with those videos, but one of the things that you discover as you get older is that things do fade, right? With time, over time, you know, people fade, health fades, your joy in simple things fades. But then you start to realize that it's important to be joyous in what you have. And right now, SGC is a brand. They are accepting cards for grading. The lead time is pretty much the same. The cost hasn't changed. And I believe the quality of the grading is as good as it's ever been. Now, we know that the founder and sort of the moral, I guess, support, background, and sort of name and face of the company is no longer there, but it's just as likely somebody else has stepped up and taken over the reins. But anyway, so here are the cards. Without any further ado, the 28 cards that I've gotten graded. And I'm going to start with the oldest to the newest. And here is a really nice, move that back a little bit, T206. And what's great about this card is it's one of those polar bears, which, you know, many people know is they're more prone to staining because they were in loose packaged, they call it scrap tobacco. So that's the first one, and that's a nice 1.5. Second card is, I've never had a card in this set. I picked one up recently, and I just wanted to get it graded. This is a T210 card, which I believe is minor league cards, and this is from Series 1. And here's the back of the card. So now I've got one of these cool red cards, and they're pretty scarce from my understanding. Card number 3 from my 1940 play ball set, which is coming along nicely. Thank you very much. Here's a graded 6 of Fritz Ostermuller. It's a beautiful card. This is one of those really underappreciated sets. It's 240 players, and it's just stacked with Hall of Famers and great players from the era. Another card from my 1948 Bowman set. That set's coming along slowly. It's I've got maybe 8 or 10 cards in it. And here's a Hank Sauer card, another black and white card. And the next card is from my 1949 Bowman set, and this is moving along very slowly. I've only got a handful of cards, but here's a nice Paul Lehner card. Here's the back of that one. Got a whole bunch of cards from my 52 top set, which is coming along slowly. I'm getting to the really expensive stuff, so it's taking me longer. But I've got a bunch of them graded. I just think they look great in the slabs. Here's Jim Hegan. That's a red back version of the card. Ferris Fane. And a black back version of the card. Here's my DiMaggio. It's a cool looking yellow card. Dominic Paul DiMaggio. Here's a Billy Goodman, card number 23. I think the 52 top set is probably the premier set of the 50s. I know there's a lot of preferences for other sets, but I really like this one. Luke Easter, card number 24. Here's a red back version. And Johnny Groth, I'm not sure how you say his name, card number 25. Here's a really cool looking card. I love the color of this one. Sam Jethro, number 27. Red back. And highly underappreciated pink cards. This is Don Johnson, number 190. This is a cool looking card. This is the cream colored lighter backs. Jumping a little newer, I got a couple of 55 Bowmans. These I picked up at Garfield a few months ago now. Here's the Phil Rizzuto. It's one of the lower numbers, so it's the lighter colored. I think this is a great set. It's coming along slowly for me, but I'm making good progress. I actually picked up 2 Hall of Famers in Garfield. Here's the second one that I picked up, which is the Bob Feller card. This is another great card. Nice grade on that one. Bob Feller. Alrighty, now we're going to jump to the 60s. I really like this card of Frank Robinson. His All-Star card from 62. This is one of those sets that I think looks fantastic in high grade. It's just a beautiful set. The cards are really crisp. The borders and the corners look good. It's a nice looking set. Here's one of 2 Sandy Koufax cards that I submitted. This is from the 64 top set. Back of that one. The orange with the magic square where you can get your questions answered. Here's a 65 Bob Clemente. The beautiful card. And in the popular pink color. Here's the second Sandy Koufax card. 1965. The back of that one. Here's a Hall of Fame rookie card from 65, Steve Carlton. I did recently finish this set. At some point I'll go through and highlight all the cards in this set. I've got maybe 25 of them graded. Alrighty, just a few more left. In 68, I got a couple of cards from there. Here's the Manager's Dream card. Certainly is a collection of players who would be a manager's dream. The back of that card. Card number 490, the Superstars. Nice grade on this one. My 68 set is complete, and it's a pretty decent looking set as well. Let's look at those names on that card, man. There's a lot of power right there. There's the back of the card. Here's a card that came back with a very good grade that I was really happy with. How about a Mickey Mantle, 68, 6.5. What a beautiful card. And there's the back of the Mick. First base. And another card that came back with a really nice grade. There's a high grade Thurman Munson. Rookie card. The back of that card. All right, and I've got a couple of other cards that are larger in size. I may have to adjust the camera, but these are cards from sets. And it's really, let me just show it and then I could talk about it. From the Redmond sets from the 50s. I think these cards are just awesome. I've been really becoming more and more fond of them. I've actively working on the 52 set and then collecting slowly the other card sets. This is the 55. But I mean, what a bright, awesome looking card, man. The backs are really cool too. I love how it encourages dad and son to chew tobacco and collect cards together. And also, I guess, get a free baseball cap or a Major League style baseball cap. There's one of those. Here's a 52, Whitey Lockman. And this is a great looking cards. I love these things. A little different advertisement on the back. Here's the Billy Pierce from the 52 set. I have maybe 10 cards from this set. And the last card that I got graded, this was one of my favorites that came back, man. This is the 53 red, man. Phil Rizzuto in a 6. What a beautiful card. I know when I picked this up, I was like, man, this thing is sweet. It's just awesome looking. I didn't know he was only 5'6". Here's the back of it. So that's the 53. So I've got a little smattering of cards from the red man. Manufacturer. Anyway, those are my cards. Those are my pickups. You know, I'm not going to go in too much on, you know, SGC. I talked a little bit about, you know, I have another order prepared to send out. I probably will. It's about 30 cards. Like I said, I don't see any reason to not. It's, you know, they're still around. They're still doing orders. I think the cards look great. You know, their turnarounds, lead time, the pricing, it really hasn't changed. I know it's a lot of speculation, but that's really just what it is, speculation. Certainly a lot of evidence, you know, pointing towards the, you know, their eventual ending. But right now, they're not. So anyway, thank you so much for checking out my video, folks. Sorry it's been so long since I've done one. It's, you know, a lot of things going on, and we're all busy sometimes, you know, this time of year, especially in the fall. If you're, you know, anything about farming, it's a busy time. But hope everybody has a great rest of your week, and I'm going to try and get this video out and together, and I'm going to close it with the Phil Rizzuto card. And cheers, folks. Take care.